Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of C programming. In our previous video, we have learned what is the mechanism of for loop and also you have understood why for loop is so popular in the market. Okay, so the basic, if you'll recall what we have studied, the work of the for loop is to set the loop counter to an initial value. Secondly, the testing the loop counter to determine whether its value has reached the number of repetitions as per the desired or not. Thirdly, the increasing the value or decreasing the value of the loop counter each time the program segment within the loop has been executed. Okay, so that means all these three things we are doing in a single statement of for loop. If you'll recall the syntax of for loop, these steps, three steps are written inside a single statement using two semicolons. Okay. So in this video, what we'll do, we'll use the concept of for loop and we'll write down the program for three problems. Okay. So first of all, we will find a number is prime or not. Okay. Done. So before writing the program as per our discussion or as per our practice, let us understand what we need to write. Okay. So which number you will call as a prime number? Done. So suppose it's like 7. 7 is a prime number. How will know that? From 1 to 7, all the numbers I'll divide with 7 and I'll check how many remainder 0 is coming. Like 7 modulus 1 I'll find out, 7 modulus 2 I'll find out, 7 modulus 3, 7 modulus 4, 7 modulus 5, 7 modulus 6 and 7 modulus 7. Okay, and I'll check what is the remainder that is coming. If I'll find 7 modulus 1, definitely the remainder is 0 because after dividing 7 with 1, the remainder will definitely come as 0. But whenever 7 modulus 2 I am doing, I'll get the remainder 1. If I'll 7 modulus 3, also I'll get 1. 7 modulus 4, I'll get 3. 7 modulus 5, I'll get 6. 7 modulus 6, I'll get 1. And then 7 modulus 7, I'll get 0. So whenever I have counted that how many numbers I got 0. So I got 1 time and I got 2 times. So I'll keep a count on this. How many number of times I am getting remainder as 0. If the total number of times I am getting 2, that means it's a prime number. Okay, that means any number which is divisible by 1 and itself is known as a prime number. If we'll take the example of 6, we'll find 6 modulus 1, 6 modulus 2, 6 modulus 3, 6 modulus 4, 6 modulus 5 and 6 modulus 6. Okay, so because if I'll check 6 is prime or not, I have to check from 1 to 6. That means from 1 to the number itself. 6 modulus 1 is 0, 6 modulus 2 is also 0, 6 modulus 3 is 0, 6 modulus 4 is 2, 6 modulus 5 is 1 and 6 modulus 6 is 0. Okay, so if you'll calculate how many number of times it becomes 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That means 4 of number of times I am getting the modulus as 0. That means it's not a prime number. Why? Because we have decided the number which is divisible by 1 and itself, but it is divisible by other numbers also. So that's why 6 is not a prime number. Okay. So by keeping all these things in your mind, let us start writing the program. Okay. So to check a number is prime or not, I need a number first of all. So I'll enter a number from the user. Okay. Now I need to use repeatedly. I need to check the number is divisible or not. So what I'll do, I'll declare a variable which is initialized to 0 and another variable, suppose I. Here, count I have kept to keep a count on that how many number of times the number is becoming or the divisible modulus is coming 0. Okay. But this I actually I have used for stating the condition that I equal to 1 I will go till what? The number, and I will be incremented. Because as per our discussion, I have to start from 1 and I'll go till that particular number, which number I am checking is a prime number or not. What I am trying to do here, now every number I'll find the modulus I, because 1 to that particular number, every number I'll find the modulus. If anywhere it is becoming 0, I'll increment the counter. Okay, so let us understand what actually we are doing here. Now I have taken the number, suppose 5. Okay, the number will be 5 here. Loop will start, initialize to 1, 1 less than equal to 5. True, enter. So 5 modulus 1 is 0. So counter will start from 0. So 0 plus 1 will become 1. After that, again I plus plus I will become 2. So again the condition will be checked. So 2 less than equal to 5. True. Again enter. Check the if condition. 5 modulus 2 equal to 0. False, because 5 modulus 2 is 1. So it will never enter to the if block. It will directly go to the increment section. So 3. 3 less than equal to 5. True. Again enter. 5 modulus 3 equal to 0. False, because 5 modulus 3 is 2. So it will never enter to the if block. It will go to the increment decrement section. So I became 4. I'll check 4 less than equal to 5. True. Again enter. Check 5 modulus 4 equal to 0. False, because 5 modulus 4 is 1. So it will never enter. It will go to the increment section. So finally, 5 less than equal to 5. True. Enter. Check the condition. 5 modulus 5 equal to 0. Yes, 0. So it will enter to the if block. It will increment the count value to 2. After that, again it will go 6. 6 less than equal to 5. False, because the condition became false. So it will directly come outside the for loop. Okay. Till the time you check what is the value of my count. The count value is 2. That means outside the for loop, once my checking everything is over, I'll check if count equal to 2, and printf percentage d is a prime number. Okay. If the count is not 0, sorry, if the count is not 2, that means it will definitely come to the else one, and there I'll print not a prime number. Okay. So after this for loop, when my checking is over, I'll check what is the status of my count variable. If it is equal to 2, that means it's a prime number. If not, it will come to the else, it's not a prime number. So 13. 13 is a prime number because 13 is only divisible by 1 and itself. Okay. But if you will execute 12, it's not a prime number. Why? Because it is divisible by 1, it is divisible by 2, it is divisible by 3, it is divisible by 4, 6 and 12. Okay. That's why it's not a prime number. Then this particular program we can write in various ways, but for the beginners, for your understanding, we have written the simplest one. So you can modify the program as per your convenience and you can test it. Okay. Now coming to the next one, you have to find x to the power 5y. Okay. X to the power y means what is the meaning? Now you have to take the value of x, suppose this is 2, y as 5, and you have to find 2 to the power 5 without any predefined function. Okay. So how to find this 2 to the power 5? I can multiply this 2 how many times? 5 times. That means I have to multiply the value of x with the previous result how many times? Now y times. Then I'll definitely get the value. Okay. So let us check how we are doing this. So to find x to the power y, we need two values first, x, y, and 1 to keep the result, which is initialize to 1 first, because nothing is there means 1 is the result. Okay, and one more to start the counter. Clear? So let us enter two values first. Or let us give the message in such a way that everyone can understand. Enter values of x and y. So I'll take the input. Okay, now we'll start the loop. So how many times? I'll start from 1, I less than equal to y, I plus plus. What I'll do? Now result equal to result into x. Okay, so as for our rough work, what we have decided here, now if I'll take the value of x as 2 and y as 5, so this loop will continue 1 to 5 means 5 times, and all 5 times this 2 will be multiplied with the previous result. Initially it is 1, second time it will become 2, so it will become 4. Similarly 4 into 2, 8, then 8 into 2, 16, 16 into 2, 32. So this is how this loop will continue. Okay. So after this loop, you check the values. Result is percentage %d, and it is present in res variable. Okay. Done. So let us compile and execute. So 2 and 5. You are getting 32. Okay. The simplest one. How to use for loop. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to write this particular program by using predefined function, then directly I can write result equal to pow x comma y. Okay, and then print the result. Done. But this pow is a predefined function, so I need to write math.h. So you are entering two values, one my x, another is my y, and directly by using pow function we can find the result also. Let us check. 32. Okay, so in any ways you can write down the program, but as you are learning the concept of for loop, so you have to execute the program by using for loop, and you have to understand how sequentially it is being executed. Otherwise you can use predefined functions whenever your requirement is there. Okay, now the last question that we need to discuss, that you have to find the factorial of a number. What do you mean by factorial? Factorial means suppose 5 factorial is a 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so this will be 120, because 5 into 4, 3, 2, 120. Okay, so here we can do what? I can use my for loop where I can start from 1 and I'll go up to the number specified. That many number of times my loop will continue. With the previous result, I can multiply my count variable. Okay, so how to write the program by using for loop? Let us check. So you are including the header file, number you are declaring, factorial you are taking, and one variable. Okay, so initialize the factorial with 1. Why, I'll tell you. Okay, then you ask the user which value you want to take to find out the factorial. Okay, so this is the way you have to take the input for the number. After that, we'll start writing our loop. Okay, but one thing I can check here, that someone will give a negative number. So for negative number, we cannot find the factorial. So we can write a message for that. Factorial cannot be found for negative values. Okay. So these are the things you have to think as a programmer. Ki what are the different types of conditions I can give in my program. Okay. Else means the number is not less than 0. So the number can be 0 or number can be non-zero. Okay. So I can start from 1. What we have decided, we will go up to the number, and this factorial value I'll multiply with this counter. Okay. So why actually we have written 1 here? First time whenever 1 will come, it will be multiplied with which value? Now I will multiply with 1. So it will become 1. After that I plus plus, I will become 2. 2 will be multiplied with 1. It will become 2. Next time I plus plus, I will become 3. 3 into 2, 6. Okay. Next time 4. 6 into 4, 24. Next time 5. 24 into 5, 120. After that 6, 6 less than equal to 5 false. So it will come out. Okay. So I'll print here factorial of percentage d is percentage d. What is my first percentage d? That is my number. And what is the second percentage d? That is my factorial value fact. Okay. Now here one thing is interesting also. If we'll enter 0, it will come. The loop will not start because it is starting from 1. 1 less than equal to 0 false. So it will come out. So it will give factorial of 0 is 0. 0 is 1 because number is 0, but we have initialized the fact as 1. Okay. So let us compile and execute. Factorial of 5 is 120. Okay. So these are the examples that we have covered through for loop, is only for your understanding. You can check the syntax, you can see the approach, how you are solving the problem. These are only 3 examples we have done. There are number of problems are there or examples where you can use for loop. But one thing you have to be sure, that any program you can write by using for loop, it doesn't mean that you cannot write by using while or do while. Any program you can write by using while, do while or for, depending upon the situation. Okay. So these 3 programs you can rewrite by using while and do while for your understanding. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this video.